Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about another Lakers offseason move. So please, before we even start, leave a like, subscribe, and comment. So today's offseason move, we're going to talk about Spencer Dinwiddie to the Lakers. According to Kristen Winfield from the Daily News, Spencer Dinwiddie wants to go home or wants to back. Home is the preferred destination, but he wants to secure his financial future too. And according to another source, Lakers Central, someone really reliable told me Spencer Dinwiddie wants to come to Los Angeles and he prefers the Lakers. So that source isn't really reliable, but if you look at a 2013 tweet, Spencer Dinwiddie tweeted out in 2013 that he basically wants to be a Laker. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about Spencer Dinwiddie to the Lakers and how the Lakers can get him. So, I've seen many videos and stuff online and posts that Lakers sign and trade for Spencer Dinwiddie. No, we don't do that. I'm sorry, but no, because if you do that, I guarantee you're going to help out the Nets, and you don't want to do that because if you strengthen the Nets with that big three, yeah, sorry, that's not happening. So the only way that I would try to get him is use the mid-level exception to sign him. And I understand Spencer Dinwiddie wants a bag, but what kind of player, or what, if all sports, right, coming off an ACL tear, how are you going to get a bag from that? And if you look at the season, the games he played, he averaged 6 points a game. No way in heck you're going to get a bag, realistically, because you're coming off an ACL tear. And if I'm the Lakers, I wouldn't do that sign and trade because he's coming off an ACL tear. At least if you use a mid-level exception, then it's like you don't lose much. You know what I mean? So I'd rather use a mid-level exception. So obviously we would have to move some stuff. Trade Montrez, obviously, because he has the mid-level exception right now, so we would probably have to trade him and basically get another mid-level exception, use a full mid-level exception on Spencer Dinwiddie, and we'll make things happen. So, Spencer Dinwiddie. So his best season came from a year ago, actually, where he averaged 20 points a game, 6 assists, shot 30% from 3, which is pretty bad, 41% from the field, and 77% from free throw land. So, obviously, the cons of Spencer Dinwiddie, he isn't really a good shooter. And 2, he's not a good defender as well. So, that's what I'm saying. If we're going to trade for him, I would not do that because you just look at the cons. There's more cons than pluses. But, with that being said, the pluses with Spencer Dinwiddie, he's a natural point scorer. This guy can score pretty much anywhere. I would say he's kind of like a downside CJ McCollum, not downside, but like a little worse version of CJ McCollum. It's just CJ McCollum can shoot the 3. They're basically like very similar players if you think about it. And you fit really well alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis. He's basically another really good scorer. He would take a lot of pressure off LeBron, and he's a really good passer as well. So now I'm going to talk about the fit. So obviously he is a horrible 3-point shooter. He's a career 31%. But this is how he'd fit in. He's basically going to come off the bench and he's going to light it up. Some guys like Lou Williams, for example, come off the bench and light it up. So basically he's going to play that bench role. He would come off the bench and just give us, like, let's say 14 plus, which he's capable of doing. And I understand, going back to Spencer Dinwiddie wanting the bag, listen, like I said, you're not going to get the bag when you're coming off an ACL tear, okay? But this is how you're going to get the bag, Spencer. You would sign a 2-year mid-level exception, okay? You would go through those 2 years, and after that, you would get bird rights. And if you guys don't know what bird rights is, basically you can overpay a player to keep him on your team. We saw, like, for example, the Flippers, they re-signed, like, Kennard and Marcus Morris. They basically went over the cap to re-sign those guys. That's how basically bird rights work. So if Spencer wants to come, win a couple championships with us, after those 2 years, he can basically get a pretty big bag with the Lakers. So hopefully he does accept this mid-level exception. He would be an excellent fit coming off the bench. He would give us really good energy off the bench, good scoring, good passing ability, just everything overall. And like I said, he's coming off an ACL tear, so that's what I kind of fear. But hopefully he's that same guy. Hopefully he accepts this little pay cut, and eventually he gets paid big time. So basically sign him to a mid-level exception and not trade him and give up assets and make the Nets better, hopefully we sign him to mid-level exception and he would get to play home. So, with that being said, hope you all enjoyed the video. I'll be making more and more off-season moves, but hope you all enjoyed the video. I'm out, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.